Chase the Express, otherwise known as Covert Ops Nuclear Dawn in America, is a 2000 third-person shooter, all about stopping a group of terrorists that have taken over a train. It's action-packed, full of twists and turns. It reminds me a lot of the TV show 24, where just like in that, as soon as one problem's dealt with, something else crops up that's even more dangerous. Just when you think you've got the upper hand, the terrorists pull something new out of the bag for you to have to stop. It's just like that in Chase the Express.
What are you talking about? You're going to pay for this. Be quiet and listen.
You deal with one problem, then something else comes along. You rescue hostages, and then you find out the terrorists have missiles. You deal with them, but then have to find medicine for your friend who got shot. It's a linear and straightforward experience, with the odd minigame thrown in. So you always know what you have to try and do next. In Resident Evil, you've got this big, sprawling mansion with lots of different ways to go. But here, it's simple, one carriage to the next. You explore a carriage, then move on. It's easy as far as what to do or where to go. But that doesn't make it an easy game. The biggest problem that I find, at least in the harder difficulties, is running out of bullets. There's a limited supply, and if you run out, you're going to have a hard time using just your fists, especially against the bosses. The problem is that often you waste bullets trying to aim. There's no lock-on system, so you have to just turn your character until a crosshair appears. But often that's easier said than done, especially when the enemy's off to the side or off camera. Thankfully, to help out, there's a look around button, which lets you move the camera around to get a better look at your surroundings. It's a useful function, and honestly something that I wish a lot of other third-person fixed camera angle games had. I mentioned Resident Evil earlier, and Chase the Express reminds me a lot of that game. It's got the same creepy atmosphere, corridors with blood and bodies, and English voice acting that's so bad it's good. So why did this never become a classic in the same way that Resident Evil did?
Don't move!
Chase the Express is a good, mostly forgotten about game. All it needs is some better, more memorable characters, some more guns to use, and some more complex and slightly more thought out puzzles, rather than just, there's a locked door, and there in the next room is the code to open that door. It does have multiple endings depending upon some of the choices you make, and so it's worth playing through multiple times. It's a fun game that I thought more people should know about. They really don't make games like this anymore, which is a shame.